but I ended up being a stay-at-home mom and working in a library for a little bit, and then being a gardener for quite a while. So I started working outside at a botanic garden in 2017,
Uh-huh.
and that was so healing for me. I was able to be in the quiet. It's a botanic garden that's out in the country, kind of on the outskirts of our downtown.
Uh-huh.
And you have to drive through the country. You see like cows and horses
Oh.
and um, wildlife on the way there. It feels like it driving up is a dead end, so you dead end into the garden, and it's just kind of like this magic little gem. And I was in the children's garden where there is
Oh.
where there are water features, so I would hear the sounds of the water. And my first week there, I got put on trimming these hedges to
Uh-huh.
perfection, and there were like 30 or 40 or 50 of them. And so I didn't know how fast I should be going, or how I didn't really know what I was doing. And I spent like a week or two just perfecting these hedges. And the same week that I started, my dog died.
Oh.
And she was older, but it was still really sad. It was the first animal I had as an adult who died. And so I was by myself trimming the hedges, and I just cried and trimmed the hedges and cried and heard the water. And there was no one in charge of that garden at the time I came. There were
Mm-hmm.
jobs being, that needed to be fulfilled. There needed to be a supervisor there, but there wasn't. And eventually I became a part-time worker in that garden under a really great supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
And just being in the butterflies and the bees and the birds and the flowers, and with my supervisor who adores nature like I do, opened my heart back to thinking creatively, thinking like a writer, um, like processing my life through nature, which is what my book is really about. And so when you asked when I started writing it, it's a memoir, so
Uh-huh.
it's like a life work, um, because it goes back from before I was born to when I was writing the book. But it took,
Uh-huh.
I don't know, maybe a year and a half to finish to write it and finish it, and the bulk of it was done over 3 months maybe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.